Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeen and welcome to today's third blog. I'm here to talk about a tight end who's not mentioned much headed towards this year's draft. A good tight end who could both run block and catch. I'm talking about Clive Warford out of the U, Miami. Now this is a great player overall and I think he could become a good prospect headed towards this year's draft. He is a good prospect headed towards this year's draft. Now he's actually from the state of Florida, from Glade, and he actually played for Glade Central High School, and he had a good high school career, a 3-star recruit, decided to stay things in state and play for the U. And he had a pretty good career, 1,299 yards career receiving yards and on 87 receptions, and I believe 12 touchdown receptions. This is a good player, and throughout his career, his numbers definitely has progressed. Now it's time for me to talk about his strengths and weaknesses. First, his strengths. I mentioned earlier, he's a pretty good run blocker. He's a good zone blocker, and I think that's because that's a good trait about him, a good all-around tight end. And I think he is the best all-around tight end headed towards this year's draft, even over Max Williams and Devin Funchess out of Michigan. Now Warford is a good player overall, a good reliable tight end who can even catch the football out down the field. He actually had 679 yards receiving this past season, and like I said, I think he has good numbers overall during his play at the U, and they have increased. Now talk about some weaknesses he has. Now during his career, especially the last 2 seasons, he had 10 drops, so his focus drops. Needs to do a little bit better and focusing and catching the football. Now even though he does a pretty good job on his breaks, sometimes he doesn't sink his hips too well and on his breaks. He needs to do a little bit better job at that in order to break away from his opposing player. Now also he sometimes tends to round his routes. He needs to do a little bit better job running a straight line and keeping having more crisp, firm routes instead of rounding things around, wasting more time and even allowing the defender to even get into the position to get to the football and cause more problems for the quarterback. He just needs to do a little bit of a better job. Now my projection for him, I actually have him as a 4th round pick, and I think he could be a good steal at 4th round. I think he could be very effective in double tight end sets, and he reminds me a lot of Dwayne Allen of the Indianapolis Colts, a good all-around tight end. Now Dwayne Allen was actually a Mackey Award winner during his stay at Clemson his final season, and even Warford was a nominee for the Mackey Award this past season. I think he's a great player. Now another weakness that he does have, he does run a 4.8, 4.9 40. That speed is just a little bit of concern, but I still think because of his blocking capability, I still think he can even catch the football down the field. Just need to focus more on those drops, but the fact that he can block, that definitely has had me have him as a decent steal, sleeper steal for the 4th round of this year's draft. Now the next time to catch you guys will be later on in just a couple of minutes. I have one more scout report to give you. Thank you for watching this vlog. I'm your man Akeen McCall. Be easy.